In the eyes of this court, then, a positive test does not correspond to a COVID case. The two most important reasons for this, said the judges, are that the test reliability depends on the number of cycles used, and that the test reliability depends on the viral load present. In other words, there are simply too many unknowns surrounding PCR testing. The Portuguese judges cited a study conducted by some of the leading European and world specialists, which was published by Oxford Academic at the end of September. It showed that if someone tested positive for COVID at a cycle threshold of 35 or higher, the chances of that person actually being infected is less than 3%, and that the probability of receiving a false positive is 97% or higher. In other words, you really can't even trust 3% of these tests taken. It doesn't even have a 3% reliability. And yet, all the numbers that are flowing around, we're spiking COVID over here, cases are coming up here, we have unprecedented numbers over here. This is happening all over the country right now. And here, in a case that has actually been determined lawfully in a court of law, we now have this. But do you think you're going to read this headline anywhere? Do you think CNN is going to cover this? Do you think MSNBC, ABC, CBS, well, whoever else, do you think this is going to cover it? Absolutely not. And yet, in a court of law, this is determined it's unreliable. Now, that is a significant piece of information. It's no longer people conjecturing. It's not even scientists coming out and saying, you know what, I have questions about the PCR testing and calling into question, or even quoting the individual who created the PCR test and said it's not made for viruses. But now we have it being established in a court of law.